Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Liza's BLTs-Body Love Talk, where we talk about everything from emotional eating, confidence, self-care, self-love, self-esteem, boundaries, and so much more. Who am I? I'm Liza Lomax. My business is called Love Your Body Coaching. I am a transformational mindset and body love coach. So I get to help folks, empathic and highly sensitive folks, heal from their emotional blocks with their minds, with body, and with food. I mostly work with women with emotional eating struggles. You know, we all have struggles with emotional eating. We all turn to food to fill our bodies so we don't feel an emotion at times. We all do this. But today I'm going to talk about fat and body shaming. We do it. Everybody does it. Everybody fat shames themselves. I don't care if you say that you don't do it. I bet you've done it before or you still do it. So fat is not a bad word. Fat. Fat is not a bad word. It's not. How do we remove that from our vocabulary of thinking? How do we remove the energy of thinking that that word is bad? So have you ever been guilty of this? Have you ever been guilty? How many times in the past have you said these words to yourself? Oh, I'm so fat. Or, oh, why did I eat so much? I feel fat. Or does this enter clothing item? Do these pants make me look fat? Or, oh my gosh, I just look or smell a brownie and I get fat. So not only are these incredibly offensive to your psyche, you are also body shaming yourself. Yes, body shaming yourself. You are telling your body basically that fat is bad. So when you say, do I look fat? Which is always the first question that most people ask when they're trying on something or doing something new. Do I look fat? That has become the new, do I look bad, actually? Then usually the person usually respond with saying something like, no, you look great, you look good, you look fantastic. It's actually really sad because the word fat continues to be used as an insult when it's really, really not. Fat is not a bad word. It's society that has actually made us think that it is. There is this negative connotation that is sent to us in our minds about that word. Then that sends a message to our subconscious, and our subconscious will remember every single time we criticize ourselves or someone else criticizes you. So for instance, if you are constantly telling yourself, I'm ugly, fat, stupid, and disgusting, what happens is it will go into your subconscious, it'll hang out there, and then somebody will compliment you or somebody will say something super nice. Your subconscious will say, wait a minute, no, they're lying. Because remember what you told us? You told us that we were ugly, fat, stupid, and disgusting. So we cannot receive that compliment. They are lying to us. So when you say, I am so fat or I feel fat, that communicates, what actually communicates is that you actually are seeing yourself being fat as an insult, that you see actually being fat as an insult. And plus, you will only come off as an attention seeker who's looking for sympathy and extra compliments. Yes, I said it, I went there. Whether you are consciously or unconsciously think that you're doing it. So if you If you just had a huge meal and you feel full, or if you suddenly feel like you've gained a little bit of weight, don't use the word fat like it's an insult. Now, I'm completely guilty of this myself. I have said some really horrific, nasty, terrible things to myself. I have gone through years of reframing and retraining my brain to not use such words anymore. It was so hard on me. I was so hard on me. I was so hard on myself. I literally hated myself. I would look at myself in the mirror and say the most harshest, disgusting things to myself. In fact, I've literally punched mirrors before because I did not like what I saw. So things that I would say was, you are such a disgusting pig. You should just die. Yeah, I've said that to myself. I've said things like, why are you even living? Why are you even here? I would beat on myself literally all the time, as well as drown myself in pills and alcohol. I had a huge issue with diet pills. I had a huge issue with alcohol. Now, I also had those things said to me as well. Yes, things said to me like, things like, stop saying you're fat, you're beautiful. I do not like that statement. And I'm going to tell you why. What's wrong with that? You may be wondering, what's wrong with that statement? Oh, stop saying you're fat, you're beautiful. What's wrong with that statement? You're probably wondering. Well, here's why it's wrong. Fat is not a synonym for ugly or unattractive. So if a person is feeling bigger than usual, or they've gained a couple pounds, saying something like that will only reinforce the idea that being fat is not beautiful. Yes, being fat is not beautiful is what it will reinforce. Another one, do you really have to eat that much? That is beyond rude, beyond rude. The most ridiculous part is that people feel that they are being helpful and considerate when they say this. They think they're being helpful. You're not being helpful. Newsflash, it's not. It's not helpful. If someone wants to eat a big portion of food because they're hungry, get over it. No one should have to starve themselves thin in order to impress others. And another one. Did you lose some weight? You look so much better. Ooh. I had a client that this has also happened to too. What it made her do is run and hide back in her shell. Anytime anybody would say that, oh, you've lost some weight. Oh, you look so good. Oh, you look so much better. What? It actually had the opposite effect on her, the opposite. And then she would immediately stop dieting, stop doing what she was doing, trying to lose weight, and she would go back to her old habits. This took a really, really long time to work through. A really long time to work through those limiting beliefs that she had passed on to herself from others speaking to her in that manner. This is like saying, hey, you look so much uglier when you're fat. You should just stay thin. Yeah, I'm going to repeat that again. By saying that means that you're saying, hey, you look so much uglier when you are fat. You should just stay thin. And this is just beyond offensive. Oh, even if the person means well, even if you mean well, And they're trying to praise you for your progress. You're trying to praise somebody for for the progress. It's insulting to say that to someone. To say that to someone you used to be unattractive or undesirable, all because of their size. Even if you didn't mean it that way, even if it didn't, it gets perceived that way to the other person. That's the way it gets perceived. That's the way it gets sucked into their subconscious. And this one was actually said to me a bunch of different times. I don't think that this blank was made for your body. So I think it was like, I think I was trying on a dress at one time. It was some sort of like, and I don't wear dresses anymore, but it was something really kind of flashy or something like that. And I was like, oh, I'm going to try that on. I really want to feel good in this. And then somebody telling me that they don't think I should wear that because it's not made for my body type. Oh, that's bullshit. It's so unfortunate that clothing stores actually mainly cater to people who are really thin or are on the thinner side. It's really unfortunate. I know there's more and more companies getting out there that are catering to all sizes, shapes, but it's still not where it's all geared to really thin or on the thin side. So there is good news. I mean, there's plus size fashion bloggers that are starting to pop up, to break those fashion rules that still look amazing, that are amazing. And even though I am the size I am now, I follow quite a few of them on Instagram. I follow everybody, I follow tons of people, because I celebrate bodies of all sizes, all shapes. I celebrate body beauty in all shapes and sizes. So whether it is body / fat shaming ourselves or others, it's still increasingly wrong and not the way that we should be living our lives. We should be uplifting others as well. We should be uplifting everyone, uplifting ourselves and others. We all need this world together. And studies have shown that fat shaming another, it has no healthy benefits to it, has nothing. It does the complete opposite. Just like when I talked about my friend, my client that had that statement said to her. It does the complete opposite when you say those things. And you might not consciously be aware of that. But now that I've shared this knowledge with you, might be a little bit more conscious of what you say to people, or what you're saying to yourself. So we should we should all check ourselves. We should all put ourselves in check. Let's put ourselves in a timeout for a minute and watch not only the words that we say to ourselves, causing those have a long-term effect on our psyche. And watch the words you say to yourself. Watch the words we say to ourselves and others, even if we think we're not saying anything wrong. You have no idea the detriment you may be causing to another by words that you say. You have no idea the detriment you are doing to your psyche if you are saying those words to yourself. You have no idea the damage you could be doing by the words you are saying to someone that may already not be in the right state of mind, right state of being, right state of mind as well. Everybody's body is different. Everybody deserves the right to be happy in the bodies that they are in. We are in these bodies for a limited time. This is the only body. This body is the only body that you are going to have. So love it. nourish it, give it the respect and the love it deserves so you can stay in that body longer. And work on how you speak to yourself. Stop the body shaming. Just, our bodies deserve the right to be happy. We deserve the right to be happy in the bodies that we're in, just as they are, just as they come. So that's it for me today. Tune in next week for another rousing episode of Liza's BLTs. Have a great day. Bye.